Hello and welcome back to TF1C, the Formula 1 chat. We are back in Suzuka. It's the Japanese 2022 Formula 1 Grand Prix. We're running for our preview. We're going to give some predictions. We're going to talk a little bit about Singapore, not too much though. If you want to see our full reaction to that, then go check out the review a few days ago. But yeah, of course, big race for the championship. Charles Leclerc just about staying in it. Checo Perez just about staying in it. But the question is, will it be wrapped up this weekend?
Maybe
Let's
not.
go. It'll be interesting to see. Should we get into our quality predictions?
Yes, so he's knocking out.
I was going to say, let's run through Q1.
Q1, I'm expecting a nice little session, everyone getting comfortable to the Q1, the low fuel, having a bit of fun. But the 5 drivers that aren't going to make it into the rest of qualifying, apparently Bottas P20, he's got a mechanical issue that means he will not get any laps in. Latifi 19th, Albon 18th, Stroll 17th, and Zhou Guanyu 16th. So a double Williams knockout there, and that's a shocker in Singapore. They had a shocker here, and a double Alfa Romeo knockout. They had a shocker in Singapore. They'll have a shocker here, and Lance Stroll not doing very well.
So you're underestimating Albon, mate.
Don't think so.
Just you wait. Latifi's going to be last. Schumacher, he's actually going to crash. He's going to get a lap in. On his second lap, he's going to crash, bring out the red flag. Still be ahead of Latifi because Latifi won't be able to get in another lap in. No one else will either. I think we're going to see some shocks from that. Daniel Ricciardo's going to be out. No, that's not surprising.
He was there last week.
Zhou Guanyu's going to be out, and Pierre Gasly's going to be out. 16th for Ricciardo, 17th for Zhou, 18th for Gasly. They're pretty shocking results.
Those three have been knocked out in Q1 at least twice in the last 5 races each. Yeah,
shocking though, I'd argue. Really shocking.
So you've got one crash, that's Schumacher.
Yeah, and you've got someone not even doing a lap, mate.
Yeah, he's going to go out for an hour lap and they're going to go, Valtteri, please bring the car into the pits. We see an issue on the system, we need to check it.
Got an issue with the radio as well, apparently.
He goes, do we make concern? That's probably a good thing. I'll bring it into the pit. He brings it into the pit. Don't know why he's turning. He does turn that way actually to go into the pit.
It's a Suzuki, yeah.
He then turns right into his garage and they go, Valtteri, the car is broken. You will not get a lap in today. And he's done.
Well, that was exciting. Next 5 then, what are we thinking?
Into Q2, I've got 15th Tsunoda, 14th Schumacher, 13th Sebi V, 12th Gasly, and Daniel Ricciardo in P11 just missing out on Q3.
I can't stand this Yuki slander, mate. We're in Japan. Yuki Tsunoda pole. It's happening. It's happening.
I really hope you haven't put him on pole.
Well, just you wait and see.
No, he's going to have a stinker.
My P15 is Esteban Ocon. It was a shock in Singapore. He was out P18, mate. That's what wouldn't have been shocking if I'd put him in there. But yeah, Magnussen 14th. I mean, Schumacher did worse, but still not a terrible... That's not a great qualifying, from Kevin Magnussen. Bottas 13th, Russell 12th.
Wow, again.
It's a bit of a dice roll, but I think he could be a little bit sad. A little low on confidence. I mean, last time he was trundling around on mediums for an hour.
He's broke his top 5, finishing top 5 every race. He's finished straight, but no one's talking about, have that, George. I'll see ya.
Okay, but that's got very aggressive very quickly. And P11, I've got Lance Stroll. He was very impressive at Singapore.
He was very impressive 17th because he's driving an Aston Martin.
Well, I think that's where you're wrong. Aston looked much better last time.
Because 6 drivers were out. Verstappen, Hamilton and Russell having stinkers.
They both qualified in the top... they both got through the Q2, didn't they?
Yeah, no.
And they would have got through the Q3 if they hadn't put the stuff on.
Don't know.
Well, I've got Stroll right on the edge. We've got Seb into Q3. But then, P10, who are you going for?
I've got Kevin Magnussen. He snuck in at Singapore. I think he's going to sneak in Japan, a bit under the radar from K-Mag, but another decent result for Haas. They'll be hoping this week he can hold on to it.
Snuck in and just doesn't go out for Q3?
No.
Bad lap.
He's going to put 1 lap in and then...
Yeah, not one. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
No point, because he's not going to catch everyone else.
I think P10's going to be Fernando Alonso. Because I think he's going to be right up there. He's going to be fighting for pole. Bold prediction. Gets through to Q3. Goes out. The Alpine's just blown up. Sad times. We could add an Alonso pole, but it's not to be. P9. What are you going for?
I've got George Russell.
An improvement on last time.
A bit low for Russell. There's an improvement, but still a bit low. As you said, I think he's going to be a bit shook up. Not shook up. It wasn't a great weekend for Singapore, and back-to-back race weekend is going to take a lot for him in the midweek to bounce back from that. I don't think he will, and I think P9, Toto's not going to be very happy.
Fair enough. My P9 is Alex Albon. He qualified P5, I believe it was, or P6. Yeah, P6. The last time he came here in 2019.
In a Red Bull.
In a Red Bull, I know, but he was still quick. And then he finished 4th, ahead of teammate Max Verstappen, who did admittedly not finish that race. But, ignoring that, Alex Albon's going to come 9th in qualifying. It's going to be a good lap. Yes, he's not able to actually out-qualify anyone that did a lap, but he has got the clean on. It's a lot of effort, so big up Alex Albon. And when Latifi's last, by the guy who binned it, and Albon's 9th, it's good. I mean, it makes sense why they dropped him.
Yeah, it definitely does. P8, Fernando Alonso. Yeah, a good weekend. Well, he was on for a good weekend at Singapore until it all went to absolute shit because the Alpine blew up. I think P8 is a decent result, but being out-qualified by his teammate, I don't think he'll be very happy with himself.
No, that's a quite a bold prediction, that one. My P8 is also a multiple-time world champion. It's Sebastian Vettel. Great lap from Seb. He looked really good at Singapore, and he brought him a pretty good result, didn't he? It was P8, I believe, in the end.
Yeah.
So, brilliant weekend for Sebastian Vettel. Couldn't quite beat out Max Verstappen, which isn't surprising, but still, he's going to get P8 in quali here. Could he build on that in the race? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
P7, what Lando Norris qualified P7 in Singapore. He's going to do the same in Japan. Very, very good weekend for McLaren last time out. They were hoping to build on that with both drivers, but in quali it'll be a good result for Lando.
Yeah, fair enough. My P7 is Yuki Tsunoda. Look, AlphaTauri's not been great this year. Yuki's done better than Gasly, but still not been amazing. This is the weekend where that's all going to change. Right. He's at his home race, Suzuka. Yes, he doesn't like new tracks, but this one he's going to love. Yuki Tsunoda, he's going to be absolutely flying. It's either this or he's going to crash and be last, and everyone will cry.
They're already having to repair his car.
Well, they fixed
the
it.
Singapore wall.
Well,
I don't think they would fix it. They're not going to leave it as it is and go out there. No front
with the budget cap, might have to. But it's alright, even with that weird scenario, he would come P7. Okay. Big up Yuki Tsunoda.
P6, I have Esteban Ocon. Great lap from Ocon, best of the rest. I think Albon will be very chuffed with that, and hoping that he can build on that. But I'm going to put a little teaser in it. He's going to out-qualify his teammate on the Saturday.
And out-qualifying George Russell.
But not outperform his teammate on the Sunday. Is that because Ocon does badly, or is it because Alonso does well?
Oh, mate, if Alonso wins, scenes. Maybe. But my P6 is Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
I mean, he qualified well in Singapore. It all went to shit after that. Yeah, exactly. It's dry now. Yeah. And I think he was helped out by the fact it was wet.
And that Max didn't get a lap in.
Of course. Yeah. So I don't think he's going to be right off there. Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of things helping in Singapore, actually.
I think Hamilton's going to be 6th. He's going to have 5 drivers ahead of him, 2 Ferraris, 2 Red Bulls, and a sneaky little McLaren.
Well, I've got 2 Ferraris, 2 Red Bulls, and a Merc in my top 5. And last of them, all in P5, is Charles Leclerc.
I was going to say, do you want to do your top 5?
Yeah, P5 Charles Leclerc. Not the quality he will need, saying that he needs to outscore Max Verstappen to stay in the championship fight. We'll see how that develops. P4, Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, he looked alright around Singapore and quali, but he probably wanted better than he got. But this time, I think he'll be happy with P4. Being out-qualified by 3rd Carlos Sainz. Good lap for him being the lead Ferrari for a change. Yeah. But it does mean it's a Red Bull 1-2 of Verstappen on pole, back where he belongs, Perez in behind P2. I know Perez's yes, it was a street circuit at Singapore, but I think that pole and he'll push on.
Him.
He'll use that and push on. What is a race? A race that is still very close in Red Bull's heart.
Oh yeah, rumours on Honda could come back.
And especially if they get a 1-2 here in the quali, they might.
With Porsche not interested, Honda seemingly now back in the positive financially. Yeah. Maybe they could come back and sponsor Red Bull. As for my top 5, I've got Lando Norris, P5, leaving the Red Bulls and the Ferraris to fight amongst themselves. It's going to be a Sainz P4, a Perez P3, a Verstappen P2. Charles Leclerc's on pole for the Japanese Grand Prix. It pains me to say it, but he's going to
take the championship to Kota.
He's gonna put in a good shift. Will he get all the way? I don't know. We'll be interesting to see. Will we see a Senna Prost moment? Because if Charles doesn't finish, Max wins the championship.
Yeah.
And Max doesn't need to get any more points.
And then Glock will be going slow.
Potentially Glock could be going.
He's gone back for a weekend.
Max needs to gain a point. So
we think. It's a bit confusing.
I was going to say, well, everyone, from what I've seen, everyone else has been saying, it's like Max used to come first and Charles can't be second.
Looking at the points that he can still gain, I don't see what
there's only 114 points left to gain. He's 114 points ahead. He just has to outscore or match Charles Leclerc this weekend. Sorry, outscore by 1. Or if he matches, he's not the world champion yet. But then he would have to not score a single point and Charles score Max. So, yeah. It's pretty unlikely Charles Leclerc's not going to win the championship. But yeah, regardless of that, should we get into that race?
Into the Sunday.
I've got 8 crashes.
Oh, okay. I've only got 3, so you go first.
Alright. So to say, no. We're at Suzuka. It's a track we've not been to in a while. Similar to Singapore.
We saw 16F at Singapore.
Exactly. I think we can see more here. Because as much as the walls aren't as close,
it's very tough.
The gravel traps are. And if you get beached in one of them bad boys, trust me, I've played the F1 game. You ain't getting out of that. You're just doing circles all day. But yeah, I've got a big incident.
Ooh.
Max and Claire are going to be gone.
Yeah.
But Sainz and Perez won't.
Ooh.
They won't catch up with them because they're fighting. They're jostling for position. It's lap 10 of the Japanese Grand Prix. It is a very round number. Suspiciously round number.
And round goes...
Both of them. Both Perez and Sainz.
Wow.
Both out. Going down the main straight.
Yeah.
Sainz on the outside, Perez on the inside. So they're... Sainz in front, Perez... Perez pulls up to go for the move. Sainz tries to squeeze him. Doesn't leave him enough room.
Oh, wow.
And then clips him. Perez, wheel off. Sainz, wheel off. Beached in gravel.
Or just the wall that's right there?
Not that close.
Alright.
Not close enough, mate. They just go skating off and into the gravel trap, and then they're both going to get out of the car proper angry at each other.
It's concrete down there on the ground.
Yeah, but it's not that close. No, but mate, they're not crashing right at the corner. It's a little bit up the straight, and they go sliding off. Not like, but yeah, not right on the corner. That's 2. Then the Alfa Romeo is going to explode, and Valtteri Bottas is going to have to get out of his car really, really fast.
Yeah. Sounds alright.
Then one Alpine's going to explode, Alonso's going to be out. Then the other Alpine's going to explode, Ocon's going to be out. And then, a bit of a weird situation.
Does it involve Latifi?
It does.
Oh wow, that's
It does.
Does it involve Albon?
It doesn't. It involves him being lapped. Right. So, Charles and Max, they're still fighting for the lead. Lando Norris by this point is P3.
Yeah.
He's been held up by Latifi the whole lap. It's allowed Lewis Hamilton to catch up. Anyway, so Latifi on the main straight comes out the final corner. He's holding Lando up a bit. Lewis is behind him. He does. He moves to the right on that straight. But Lewis Hamilton has also moved to the right to go for a move. Oh no! Lewis Hamilton into the back of Nicholas Latifi.
How small do you think the straight is?
What do you mean?
You can get 3 wide down that straight.
He's gonna pull out, and Latifi's also gonna pull out at the same time. Bang!
Right.
Shocking incident.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh my god, Latifi, you melon. But actually, it's a 50-50. No one gets punished. Because realistically, Hamilton's moving a bit madness. Latifi's just trying to get out of the way.
Well, by the sounds of it, Hamilton's making a move, and Latifi should have moved out of the way 10 corners ago.
Yeah, well, he got in the way a bit.
Right.
Latifi, he's holding up 130. I didn't really fancy pulling off there. Really wanted to nail his braking zone to the final corner, so he just waited and did it on the main straight. But he gets it all crossed up. Hamilton's to the back of him. And yeah, big incident. Safety car restart then. Yeah. Everyone's just chugging along. George Russell, he's P8. He's going to have a spin.
Under safety car?
No, safety car restart. Spins it through the S's, into the barrier, ruins the back half of his car. And that's where we get up to the actual classified runners then.
Who's in your 2? Who your non-point scorers at?
My 2 non-point scorers.
I did 2.
There's only been 8 crashes, mate.
Yeah, sorry. So who are the 2 people that still don't get points?
Well, Mick Schumacher's going to finish last, and then people will go, "Oh, mate, he's washed." And then Zhou Guanyu, P11, just outside those points.
Okay, well I'll catch up to P11 then. I only have 3 DNFs.
Yeah.
I have.
I noticed that you've also got Latifi and Hamilton now. Is it in a similar incident?
It's not. Latifi is going to crash with Kevin Magnussen.
Right.
Magnussen starting P10 gets a bad start.
Drops to last.
No, he doesn't really get off the line.
That's a shocking
Doesn't really
start.
get off the line. And then he's kind of just around Latifi into turn 1. That's never a good idea.
Okay, right, yeah.
So those 2 are gone.
How does Latifi take Magnussen out but no one else into turn 1?
Because they're both last.
Yeah.
Magnussen doesn't get off the line.
Okay, so Magnussen's dropping 9 spots.
Yeah.
And then Latifi's going to hit him in the back, and they're going to avoid all the 18 cars just sat at
Yeah,
turn
I think
one.
that the corner's gone. You're braking, so there comes like you're braking like that. If Latifi goes deep, he's just going to go like straight on, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's going to wipe
Everyone else is turning
Alex
right.
Albon with him.
Yeah, but he doesn't brake straight, does he? He brakes on a wonk.
And what about Bottas?
What about
Is he not getting a start at all? Or is he blasting past everyone
Oh
here?
yeah, no. What's going to happen is Latifi is going to be. Yeah, he is. Latifi is behind Magnussen on the grid.
Yeah, by 10 places.
Yeah, but Latifi's not going to see him. So Latifi's engine car just could brake behind him.
Magson's not going to start.
No, he's not going to start very well.
Oh, he's going. Okay.
So he's not going to start. He's going to sit there for a bit. Oh, he can't go. Then he starts going. But by this point,
Right, so it's not a stationary crash.
No.
But Latifi's still there.
Well, Latifi, Magnussen's not held for long.
Right.
So say he's in 10th.
He's dropped 9
Ricardo,
positions.
Gasly, Vettel, Schumacher, Tsunoda, Zhou get past him. And then on the second effect, Stroll, Albon and Bottas go, because Latifi hasn't got off the line very well either.
No.
And then Latifi
Okay.
just smashes into him. And then Lewis Hamilton is going to crash on his way into the pits.
Oh.
Not in the actual pit lane, but he's going to be coming through the final corners, and he's going to be wondering, how am I going to pit? And he's just going to run, it's a left-right, isn't it? He's going to take the left, and then go right, and then he's going to go left and right, because he does so quickly, he's thinking about the pit lane in his head. He's going to fly into a barrier.
Why is he turning so right?
He's going
Quite aggressive.
It is though, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, it's just...
You go right, left,
He's
and
out,
then the pit
right,
lane.
he puts in a wall,
Okay.
he's dead. He's not dead. He's just got to go to hospital.
Say,
He hasn't got to go to hospital. They've got to red flag it because they've got a whole. Because they have to close the pit lane entry.
Oh, yeah.
So they red flag it, but they have to keep going round.
He's sideways on the pit lane.
So actually, no, they don't red flag it then because they can't get in the pit lane.
They can just do a safety car. There's no need.
Yeah,
they can just
safety
close the
car,
pit
yeah,
lane. There's
close the
absolutely
pit
no need
lane.
for a red flag.
And then I'll catch up. So 17th is Stroll, 16th Tsunoda, 15th Albon, 14th Bottas, 13th Gasly, 12th Zhou Guanyu, and P11 is Seb EV, just missed out on the points.
I like the thought that it is a red flag and they'll just pass through the car. Safety car just moves it.
Which means I'm going to carry on, and in P10, picking up Uno, Pinto, Mick Schumacher. It is Pinto. Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Uno Pinto. I think it's Pinto.
Wunderbar.
P10 for Mick Schumacher.
Oh, okay, nice.
He needs a point. He hasn't had a point in a while. He's going to get one while his teammate is getting smashed into by the team.
It'd be better if you could say the points in Japanese, but yeah, no, Spanish works. No, right, no more words. P10, I've got Pierre Gasly. I think he's going to be motivated by Yuki Tsunoda's blistering pace.
Why
He's
is he
gonna
saying
get
like this? Like it comes from Japanese rocket.
It's because he is. It's because he is. He's going to be rapid, mate. He's going to break the speed of sound.
Okay.
That's how quick
well,
he's
I'm
gonna
going to
go.
get into my P9 now, so you shut up. It's Ricciardo. 2 points from him again. 12 points in 2 races. He's loving life.
Ahead of Lando?
No.
No, of course
everyone's thinking, does Daniel deserve a seat next year?
No.
Could Daniel go in IndyCar and win the championship?
Also, no.
Could Daniel go to DTM or NASCAR?
No.
He's proven himself to other sports that he's still a good driver. He's proven that he should be a reserve driver, a test driver. He's still good. Another 2 points.
But does he
for him.
want to be a test driver?
And 2 points from McLaren, which they're going to gain. No, they're not going to gain on Alpine. They're actually going to lose on Alpine.
Oh,
But he's still going to get 2 points.
Are Alpine or McLaren going to be higher in the championship?
Alpine.
Oh, interesting. My P9 is Kevin Magnussen.
Oh, that's a
Just
nice race for Keno.
A quiet little race
Yeah.
in the house, just chilling.
One of
Takes
those.
2 points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
P8. P8. Carlos Sainz. Shocker race for him. Starting P3. Has a bit of a stinker. Doesn't really have too much pace. Really struggles. But unlike Singapore where he got lucky and held his P3, he's going to drop back and take P8.
Yeah, fair enough. P8 is the home of the honey badger for me. Daniel Ricciardo starts P16. He's going to gain 8 spots and finish 8th.
Again, gaining a lot of spots from P16.
Yeah, not off the start, just because of the 8 cars that haven't finished.
Oh, yeah.
So,
He takes it though.
yeah, no, he will. He's still behind a Williams,
They're not all ahead of him though.
2 Astons.
I think those 8 crashes aren't all ahead of him, so he must have made a move.
No, they all are.
Latifi.
Other than Latifi, he was getting lapped. So he did make some overtakes. He overtook
One.
Gasly was behind him. Schumacher was behind him. So was Zhou.
Yeah, pretty sure.
It's only he overtook Magnussen. Good move. Anyway, P8 for Daniel Ricciardo.
P7 I've got Esteban Ocon.
Quite a dramatic intro there for Esteban. How's he getting there?
He qualifies P6, drops back 1.
Oh.
But I think he'll be very happy, and more points for him. And as I said, on a weekend where Alpine are going to gain more, I think he'll be happier for his teammate than himself.
Yeah, fair enough. Interesting foreshadowing there. P7 is an Aston Martin, namely the Canadian Lancium Strolllium. He's built P6 last time out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, P7.
P6.
Was it?
P6.
Well, I thought P6 was
It
Max.
was 6,
but...
8, Max got 7.
Oh, okay. P7 for Lance Stroll then. Well, one position lower than last time, but it's a brilliant result, isn't it? And Aston going to keep building that points tally. Maybe they could catch AlphaTauri, but not when you see where Yuki Tsunoda is.
P6 like George Russell. He'll be happy, but again, only 8 points from the weekend for Mercedes. They still won't be very happy with themselves. But damage limitation once again.
My P6, I mentioned we've still got Williams to go. Here's where that Williams is. Alexander Albon. 8 points for the Williams team. Latifi in the mud. While one driver securing P8, the other one's lapped and taken cars out.
Lovely.
But yeah, P6 for Alex Albon.
Into my turn, do a top 5 then.
Yeah, go on.
P5, Lando Norris. I said Lando Russell, it's not. It's Lando Norris.
Okay.
Another top 5 finish for him. And McLaren will be absolutely buzzing, but still disappointed that they're being outscored by Alpine. P4 is Sergio Perez. Just missing out on the podium, but still a good result for Checo. He's going to do what he can, but the two drivers that overtake him have more pace than him. So that leaves me with a podium of a Red Bull, an Alpine, and a Ferrari.
Ooh.
It is Leclerc in third, which means he does lose the World Drivers' Championship.
Oh God, I really thought Leclerc was going to win it.
So Max Verstappen is going to wrap it up. You wonder, is he going to wrap it up with P2? Is he going to wrap it up with P1? He's going to wrap it up with P1, and Fernando Alonso is going to take P2.
Yeah, I love it. Ultimately, Max will level Fernando Alonso for championships.
Yes.
While he's still on the podium next to him.
I have Max
Which is a
Verstappen
mental stat, by the way.
confirming his Formula 1 World Championship.
Max, who obviously turned 25 last weekend,
I think
level 41.
Alonso is going to hold up Leclerc for him to stop Leclerc catching.
I mean, it won't really
then
make a difference.
Alonso is going to bring Verstappen up onto the top set of the podium with him.
But Verstappen is on there. How's Alonso? Alonso's just going to run on the top of Verstappen with Verstappen.
Yeah. Verstappen's going to bring Alonso.
Oh no, you said the other way round.
No,
I was like, Alonso's just inviting himself up there.
Verstappen's going to bring Alonso.
I deserve this, Max. Yeah, fair enough. On to mine then. P5, it's Yuki bloody Tsunoda.
Wow.
The lad. He's going to have a great race.
Yeah.
And then the Japanese fans are going to be buzzing. Everyone's going to be buzzing. Everyone in the world is going to be happy. He's going to solve world peace.
Everyone loves Yuki.
Exactly. Then P4, Sebastian Vettel. What a result. Unfortunately not a podium, but a brilliant result regardless. 12 points to his name. He's going to be catching Daniel Ricciardo. In fact, I think he might pass Daniel Ricciardo with that result. He might already be ahead of Daniel.
He probably is.
Everyone. Yeah. Then onto the podium. It's a podium for Lando Norris. P3. He's going to be buzzing with that one, obviously, isn't he? 15 points for him, 15 points for McLaren, pretty much taking themselves
Is Max Verstappen winning the World Drivers' Championship in Japan, or will it go to Kota?
It's not going Kota. Max Verstappen, you are a two-time champion of the world. It's happening.
Hindsight predicted.
In our predictions. But yeah, Verstappen P1, Leclerc P2. Be interested to see whether that happens.
Yes.
That's all for today, though. Make sure to get involved in the comments down below who you think is going to win the Japanese Grand Prix, and ultimately whether you think Max Verstappen will be crowned as our new Drivers' World Champion.
Who do you think is going to win the World Championship? Could be Sergio Perez, could be Charles Leclerc, could also be Max Verstappen, but he's an outside shot.
Yes, if Charles Leclerc wins it, that would stun me.
Charles.
But yeah, no other series this week. No feed series to plug, so go check out all the other content. We reacted to the calendar, the F1 calendar a few weeks back. That's going to be linked in the end screen. Go check that out if you want now. But that is all for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.